Barry Johnson for president. Why do I run? Because I'm 64 years old soon, and because I've learned quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying I'm the smartest man in the whole world, but I don't let my sister do my hair, and I'm never going to tell you I need $75 for a book. Because the only book I know of that's worth $75 or more is the Holy Bible. Right now I've got that on my cell phone for free. I kind of get a kick out of that. But what my platform is about is right there. America, are we going to go back to work again? Like I'm trying to do, get out of the disability trap and take the job that I'm very well suited for. Not because I said so, but because God said in 1957 I would be doing this in this very day. Now, I know 80% of the voters don't have a clue what that means, and they're just going to go, bah humbug. Well, that's fine, but we've got a couple of months left before the election. And God is in the miracle working business. So, I, Barry Johnson, am running for president. And I'm saying we've got to go back to work. And if you've got a bad back and you're on disability like I am, you can probably do something else. There's 58 million on disability. You add the numbers up. Now, I'm not sure about the border. I'm torn between sending a bunch of them back or putting in 4 stations where they can see a doctor, we can do a background check, and if they're healthy, we'll send them on through. If they aren't, we'll get them into a hospital, get them treated, and then send them on through. If they're criminals, we'll send them back. But we'll also have a program so that they don't need to be embarrassed that maybe they want to go home because maybe the grass wasn't greener on this side. My guess is about 50% here would like to go back, and there's still 50% there that want to come here. That's just human nature. But I think we ought to provide for both directions. Now, like I say, I don't know the numbers on that situation because we don't have good reporting today. We've got extremist reporting and extremist candidates that tell one side of the story only. And so nothing ever gets done in America. I made this solar-powered bike because my brothers say I can't do anything. And it's been working all this time. I made a trip just the other day, about 80 miles round trip. Along that K-18, you go through cornfields, zigzag around, dead end, got to come back a mile to find your way because the K-18 cut through and there's no surface streets left for bicycles. But my little vehicle that I built has served me very well and will continue to serve me very well. And it's all powered by solar and my little leg muscle. So I want to be your president because I've learned quite a few things in my lifetime. One, don't be a hotshot. Like Trump, it'll sell for a short time. It did for Ted Cruz. Don't be a mealy-mouthed like Rand Paul. He gets scared, he goes and does some MISER, which is a great thing. That's what he does. He's a physician. I'm saying you need to take a middle-of-the-road stance, talk to as many people as you can in person, and hope that it grows. There's some indication my campaign is growing, despite my brother's hacking, despite my brothers mocking me. They feel great power in that because they don't have a clue what I'm doing. they don't have a clue that it's God doing it. It's not me. I'm just God's channel to do God's will. Now, I've lost Facebook after having 4 accounts. I've given up. But in 2 typhoons, talked to this young lady and said we need to agree in prayer that the storm will stop. The first time, it took that afternoon. By morning, it was clear skies. Second time, she says, Barry, the radio says already the storm's quit. That's the power of prayer. That's why I will be present. Now, recently on Twitter, Mother Ken calls it a hurricane, and I call it what it is, a typhoon. It doesn't come over land. And as I prayed over a 12-hour period, 2 of those storms, Erica and Danny, were downgraded. That's the power of prayer. George Washington used it. He talked about the Spirit. It's the same thing. God has many nations. That's why He created many nations. And they will be praised in many tongues. If the President teaches us all to praise God rather than, I can't talk bad about the President today. He never honors himself. Obamacare? Are you a nitwit, America? All this man can do is collect money, and lots of it. I say I'm going to spend 98% less in the White House, and I mean it. I'm going to ground Air Force One. I'm going to have typewriters, filing cabinets, and NCR 3-part forms, carbonless forms. I'm going to make an example in the White House of what we should do in our schools, what we should do in our churches. And I'm going to ask churches to pay taxes, property taxes, withholding taxes on their wages. They can join the community just like all of us. Well, that's about my time, so I got to stop.